Hi guys, welcome to the Cuddle Time tonight. I just thought I'd introduce myself. My name's Sam. I'm normally behind the camera. You haven't probably seen my face very often, but you might be able to hear me in the back of shot. So Charlie and Will are just getting ready to come on screen and welcome you to the show. We've got a really jam-packed show today. It's got so much exciting stuff to go through. As you know, we're launching the 2022 collection. We also have a very exciting segment at the end of the show, so please stick around. Make sure that you're all ready for that segment, and we'll let you know when that's about to happen, but there's some exciting things available to you exclusively during the show today, so we really hope you stick around for that. The main thing I wanted to talk about at the start of the show today is basically talk through how you can pre-order and wishlist items ahead of the catalogue and the collection being released by Charlie and Will today on this show, and showing you how all that works. So obviously we have an amazing team all around the world helping you in all of our different bear houses in Australia, in the USA, in the UK. And what we're trying to do is make sure you guys know how to interact with us. And if you're new to Charlie Bears and you're joining us for the first time tonight, just giving you an idea of the kind of customer experience we try to offer at Charlie Bears. So you can call us and email us at headbear@charliebears.com and email us about any product in the catalogue that you're going to learn and any bear or animal character that's coming out in the collection. And you can basically go onto our Charlie Bears Direct website, set up an account, and you can start wishlisting items. So we have a wish list on our Charlie Bears Direct site that allows you, every time you see a product that goes up on that site, you can save it into your account, and then it's easy for you to find later. So if you're trying to plan how you want to spend your money this year on your collection, I do the very same thing. I have nieces and nephews and family members that love to collect Charlie Bears. And when I like to gift those, I like to plan those throughout the year. So I add them to my account in my wish list, and then when I go in, they're easily there and I can just purchase them. The other way that wish listing works at Charlie Bears is if you see in the catalogue or the collection that we're going to launch today, or if you're part of our Best Friends Club, you'll have had your catalogue for the last week, which is a kind of a little shout out that if you want to be able to get early access every year to the collection and plan, becoming a Best Friends Club member is really important, so look out for that in May. But if you use the catalogue in that way, you can basically add things into a pre-order list. So for example, in the catalogue, I can't show you just yet because Charlie and Will is right there and I can see it, but Charlie and Will are going to take it through you in a moment. In that catalogue, you'll basically be able to see which bears, for example, are limited to 200 or 300 pieces worldwide. And that's our total allocation for the world. And those bears are often really, really popular, really, really sought after. And as you'll know if you've watched Cuddle Time before, we try to give everybody the biggest chance to be able to collect those bears. So what you can do is you can ring a local bear house. If there's any bear that you see on the show tonight, from later on in the exciting segment at the end of the show where we've got some special stuff just for this show for you to be able to purchase today, if you didn't manage to purchase one tonight, make sure you ring us on Monday morning and speak to the Charlie Bears Direct team in any region and ask to be added to a wish list or a pre-order list. And what they'll do is they'll put you into a slot, and it's kind of added to a big list, and then if anyone drops out of purchasing their bear, you will get called and you'll be able to purchase that bear. So for example, if you pre-ordered at the start of the year for a bear that's coming out in Q3 that you see in the 2022 launch today, you can ring up the bear house tomorrow, pre-order that bear, completely no obligation, no money exchanged. We'll add you to the list, and once that allocation is full, we then start creating a wish list. And anyone that drops out of the pre-order list, the people at the top of the list, the wish list go in. So you can kind of see that we try and make sure that everybody has the biggest chance and is always down if they really want a bear with their name or to add to their hug. So that's kind of everything you need to know at the start of this very exciting show and the start of this very exciting year. We've got lots of stuff coming out in the rest of this hour. And I'm going to hand over to Charlie, Will and Richard now, and hopefully you really enjoy the show, and I'll head back to my natural home behind the camera. Cheers, thanks very much, and over to Charlie and Will.
Thanks, Sam. What a wonderful introduction. So, good evening, good afternoon, of course, to our friends over in America, and a very, very good morning to our friends over in Australia, especially in Perth, where I know it's very early in the morning, isn't it?
Very early.
So, good morning to you guys over there. So, welcome to Cuddle Time. This is a special Cuddle Time, Charlie, isn't it?
It is.
So, this is our launch of the 2022 collection. Now, normally we do this as kind of, like we're going to pick out every individual piece and go through it like that. But we're going to do things just a little bit differently tonight. So we're going to go through and we're going to select some of our favourite pieces. Of course, you can see some of our amazing characters behind us. You can see them all in the fluff, so to speak. But we're going to be going through and selecting some of our favourite pieces. But before we do that, Richard, it's Richard again.
Hello, everybody.
Back by popular demand, Richard.
No one else wanted to do it.
Oh, that's
Pretty sure that was it. So we're going to be talking about the 2022 collection, which is super exciting, as I'm sure all you guys agree. But Will, I've got a question for you. What about the rest of the 2021 collection?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a huge decision, Richard, do we actually go with the 2022 collection at all? Because obviously the world was so topsy-turvy last year. I know, right? It was kind of, well, really, that was part of the... Yes, it was actually in the decision-making process. So we are quite a long way behind with 2021, of course we are. And we did have opportunities to launch in June. We thought about that. But what we have done is we've actually launched very slightly later in the year. Normally we launch around about early Feb. But also, and this is a big one, is that the actual numbers that we've produced for the 2022 collection, so ordinarily we would make this many, this year we're only making this many. So what that means is that each piece that we make has been underproduced what we normally would do. So, highly collectible collection in order to help us to try and catch up. So that's basically why we are with it. So it's never really been more important, if you're desperate to get a certain piece, to pre-order those pieces.
Okay, I think that's answered that question for me. Thank you very much. So, the 2022 collection then, Charlie. So, do you want to tell us? Was there a theme?
There was. You know what I'm like with my little themes.
I do.
Every year I like to loosely theme the collection, and it helps me stay focused, and obviously they're normally inspired by the wonderful name suggestions and design ideas that we get through from you wonderful collectors out there, everybody who tunes in and sends me the most wonderful messages. This year we've decided to call it the Portrait Gallery. We have a little portrait gallery here at the Bear House, don't we?
We do.
With all of our bigger bears and some of the little ones. It's very Alice-like and we love that. For me, the Portrait Gallery was all about people that have left paw prints on the world, people who have followed dreams, their aspirations, and through sort of hard work, determination, they've succeeded, they've made the world a much better place, you know, they've enriched everybody's lives and have encouraged generations before us and obviously many generations to come. So there's lots of exciting things in there. The Isabel Collection, very obvious, they're named after sort of scientists. We've got authors, singers, stage stars, you know, absolutely amazing people that we all know and love. The Bear House is named after lots of zoos that have held conservation projects to keep a lot of the endangered species that we've really focused and highlighted, put a limelight on this year. And the plush named after lots of people that collectors have written about, mostly key workers, people who have been their heroes, you know, just people who have left paw prints on their hearts and mine as well. So,
and we've even got a composer that nobody's ever heard of.
That was my fault. It was a misspell in the catalogue. It was.
But we'll talk about that when we get to it. So, not to worry, Charlie. We all make mistakes.
And we're going to be able to pick out some favourites, are we?
That's exactly what I'm going to try and make Charlie to do. It's no
Yes.
problem for me. It's no problem for you, I don't think.
No,
'Cause
no.
I seen where you're looking.
Yeah.
I seen what you grabbed.
Yeah, absolutely. We've already had a quick sneaky peek around. I've got my eye on a few. I'm sure you have as well.
Yes, I have indeed.
But we'll find out about Charlie's. Yeah, we'll pick out a few favourites on
We're
that.
going to be here a long time.
So did you find this collection difficult to do? You know, you've done lots of collections in the past.
Lots of collections, yes. Obviously, this is the 16th launch, so
16th.
yeah, there's obviously quite a few. But no, I loved doing this one, but I loved the reasoning behind it, and I loved all of the stories and the name suggestions and what they actually truly meant to people. And I think it's very easy to be able to enjoy doing something and get passionate about it when you know it's going to mean so much to so many people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
And of course, we've got a limited time tonight, so we're not going to be able to go through everything. So
No.
we do have the catalogue available, don't we?
We
With
do.
everything in there,
We do.
okay?
Yeah,
We
you
do.
do.
They're
So-
available online now, aren't they?
I think they're ready to go, absolutely. So last time we did Cuddle Time,
Yeah.
my kids and wife were watching, and they are again tonight, so they have forced me to say hello.
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 If you two can,
Hello.
that's
Hi,
perfect.
hi.
There you go. Charlie will say hi, okay? Nice to see you. Okay, so what should we do? Should we have a look at the first collection?
Well, we've got to dip in, haven't we?
Should we cut to VT and look at the Bear House collection?
Yeah, I think somebody's out there.
Should we see if we get them across? Fantastic. So that was the a quick VT of the Bear House collection, which is just sitting next to Will.
Ah, the Bear House collection is it's one of my favourite collections of the whole thing. And it's something which has always been really, really close to my heart. Of course, Wilfie's Animal Club, that kind of thing. And Charlie always kind of knocks it out of the park with some of the designs that we go for, because we can just get all kinds of different, really different characters in there, which is just awesome.
You can, and I think it's nice to sort of, I always describe this collection as the one where we like to wow people, but also educate. So every little character that you see in this year's collection are actually sadly all on the endangered list at the minute, and a lot of them are named, like I said, after the most fabulous zoos. You know, we have to have a huge shout out to them who embark on these wonderful conservation projects just to ensure that these gorgeous, gorgeous little animals are with us for a while longer. You know, a lot of them, because of deforestation and things like that, you know, we're losing them, and we don't want to. So it's tremendously important that we educate people about that.
Now, we said we were all got to select one of our favourites from the Bear House collection. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start with you, Richard. What have you chosen?
Mine was an easy choice as I walked through the door. Look at this. Isn't this fantastic? Yeah. So this girl, whatever it is called Houston. So tell me all about that, Charlie.
Well, actually, with the shoe-billed stork, very, very, obviously, so desperately needs our help in order to make the ones that are left. There's only about 5,000 left in the world now, and one of the places you can actually go and see them is in Houston Zoo. So please get on the internet, please type in shoe-billed stork and go and have a look. They are incredible. Honestly, it's like, I just couldn't believe them when we were researching. We were watching all of these videos of all the shoe-billed storks, and they are literally like something off Jurassic Park, you know, like a Harry Potter character, like a Jim Henson sort of Muppet. They're just beyond belief, but really do need our help. So
I'm a bit disappointed that you chose that one.
Oh, did you like him as well?
This one is mine now.
I think we all like him, don't we?
So, Charlie, and this is a tough one. I know that you don't have favourites. We know all that. But we asked you to select one.
Select one to talk about.
To talk about.
Okay, so I've said, because I love all of these. It's not my favourite. It's not. I love all of them. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done it. But the one that I am going to spotlight has to be London. London, our little pygmy raccoon, also on the endangered list. Now, I love these. We've softly filled them, of course, with the Bear House. They're machine washable. And they're ready for adventures. We've really gone to town on the designs this year, added little string whiskers, he's got the additional facial sculpturing, and he's just super, super, super cute. To me, like I said, I love all of them, but I really wanted to highlight Little London because he's probably the little one that's going to get overlooked.
He looks like a little rascal, doesn't he? I mean, he looks like he's been into trouble. When we were out in the States recently, our bin kept on getting raided, didn't it? I guess it was raided by one of these little fellas.
It was the little raccoons. But I love the posability of these, and I love the fact that, you know, these are great for snuggling up in bedtime. They're great for collectors of all ages. But yes, like I said, I don't have favourites. I just want to make that abundantly clear right now.
We know that.
However, the one that I am shining my spotlight on at the moment is Fonda.
Now, so for me, I do a little feature in the Teddy Bear Times, and it's called Wilfie's Top 10 Picks. And Wilfie's Top 10 Picks, I get to choose certain characters from the whole collection, which are my favourites. And they are my favourites, although you, my little friend, would be my favourite too. I have actually chosen, you could probably guess actually, I've chosen Melbourne. Now the reason I've chosen Melbourne is just absolutely awesome. He is a quokka.
He is.
Now a quokka has got this kind of constant smile on his face, doesn't he? When you type in quokka on the internet, that's Quokka.
That's correct.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They're like a little marsupial type character. So of course they've got the little pouch where they keep the babies as well. So maybe you could even put your bag charms or something like that. But, yeah,
Tooth fairy pillows as well for the children. I just think they're ideal for that.
So it's not a hole.
No, it's
Well,
not.
it is a hole, but it's not.
It's there quite
It's supposed to be there.
It's
intentionally.
meant to be there, yeah.
And actually, you'll also find the little pouch design on both Chester and Australia as well. So yeah, we try to keep them as true to form as we can.
So that is our quokka. So he's just awesome. I love him. As soon as I saw this one, I just thought, you know what, that's the one.
It just
that I
makes you
really
smile.
So yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. So that is our 2022 Bear House
It
collection.
is. Just one thing I'd like to really quickly add in here, because obviously when we created this collection, almost 18 months ago now, can you believe it? From initial ideas and creating, right through to us being able to showcase them here. Sometimes we do struggle to get exactly the same fabric for the accessories. So there might be ever so slight fabric changes on the little neckerchiefs and things like that. But obviously, there's nothing changing on the bears at all. It could just be small fabric changes on the accessories, because we've struggled, I know, to get hold of a few. But I do always have ones in reserve in case that happens.
So which one has chosen you? I guess.
Well, there you go. Look, we could talk about these all day and give them a cuddle all day, but I think we should move on. I think if we cut to the next VT, we'll have to move on to the plush collection.
We do.
Okay. And we're back. Well, that was a very quick peek at at what an incredible plush collection. You know, there's some fantastic ones in there. We've had the opportunity to pick out a few. I'm going to start. This chap just caught my eye. So this is Nod.
It is.
Charlie, tell me a bit about this one.
Isn't he gorgeous? Part of our sleepover series again. You know, it was so popular when we created our last little sleepover series, our bedtime series, that we thought, you know what, we've got to do this again. So we've got little Nod, we've got Snooze, we've got
He needs his
Dreams.
pals.
I've got one of them. I've only got
and
one.
Catnap.
Look at that.
He's
How,
one of his friends.
Cute.
Yeah.
Where's his other friends?
look, we
So
can't fit
cute.
them all in, Will. We can't fit them all in. Look how cute that is.
Really, really cute. And again, like last time, all of the accessories are fully removable. Aren't they just too cute?
They
And
are
it's lovely to
fantastic.
see the scale, because obviously in the catalogue you don't always get that. So it's nice to see the scale of how they all sit together.
And do you know what? This is something from the very start, Charlie, isn't it? When we first started doing this, we used to get pictures through, and sometimes you just couldn't kind of grasp the size. Although, you know, it says in the catalogue 24 inches.
Yeah.
How big is 24 inches?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you, right? Because is that 24 inches?
Then, well, I tell you who is
He's not
24
far off.
inches, little Hurley Burley. Hurley Burley is 24 inches in height, so you can see.
We're talking about mine.
You're talking about Zane.
We're talking about Zane. This is just, I mean, we're going to go into much more detail, obviously, on all the Cuddle Time shows and all the QVC shows, TVSN. But the idea of this particular show is just to highlight some of the pieces so you can kind of get an idea as to the kind of size. But this, for me, this would be one of my top picks for the whole year. Zane. Absolutely incredible. And in fact, I have to say, might even be taking one of my top 10 spots of all time.
No way.
Huge.
Wow. That is big news.
Huge.
Because there are so many.
Yeah.
So he's equally as nice as Ross back.
He's in the Ross team. Ross, Diesel, Zane. So look out for Zane in the future. So I'm going to pop you down, Sunshine.
He is
Charlie,
absolutely
what have you
gorgeous.
chosen?
Well, as I said before, I don't have favourites, but I have to show the size of a couple of the little ones, because I know there are lots of collectors out there, just like me, who adore our little bears. There's always room for one more bear. These are perfect for bigger bear knees. So the first one I'm going to introduce you to, if you can gauge, look how big he is next to my hands. Little pikelet. Now, some of our collectors who were around when we produced our other little bear, which we got asked so many times for, which is a little dark horse in the collection. At first, nobody was quite sure. Once they'd been fully introduced to him in the fur, Crumpet Bear was one of our biggest selling bears ever.
Yeah.
Now, we've had to wait a little while. We've managed to get hold of some more of the very similar fabric, so we've introduced pikelet. Little tiny pikelet. So he's the first one.
So he's one of your choices.
And I'm just going to just jump in just so you can see the size between these, because I know, again, lots of collectors love their dinky bears. It's kind of a little mini mo.
I was going to say, this is a mini-mo, right?
It is not extremely
But not
difficult.
a mini-mo.
Not a mini mo. No, this is a mini plush. A mini plume. But teeny weeny tiny.
Pluming.
Look. Oh, I know. Little pluming. I know. How gorgeous. So little mini.
So that's not a surprise that you're going for the smaller ones. Now, I spied another one that you went for as well.
Now, this absolutely this
It's
one.
a CBD favourite, though, isn't it?
It
This is a team
certainly
favourite.
is. This is one that I'd picked, but Magda, who's behind the camera, picked it as well. So this is Edgar. Oh. And what is Edgar? Because I thought he was an elephant.
Well, he's kind of a little confused. He's kind of a woolly mammoth, I think. Personally, when we were talking about this and designing it, we wanted something that's a little bit different, and we thought the woolly mammoth would be wonderful. I love his colouring. I was thrilled to bits when we found this fabric. We obviously picked out some of the complementary colours in there. We thought the mustards went really well. He is super dreamy and super cute. A gorgeous weight as well.
Isn't he just amazing? And he's so fluffy.
He's such a lot
Very
of fun.
soft.
You know,
Very,
when you
very
said
different.
mammoth, I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward.
He's
He
more
has
mammoth.
been already incredibly popular. Now, we must reiterate the reason why we're saying that is that as a part of a Best Friends Club member, we got to see the collection a week early. This is the official launch, of course, and
today.
on the initial kind of inquiries, he has been massively popular, hasn't
Absolutely,
He has indeed.
he? So
absolutely.
if he's one that you're interested in, then you might want to be able to pop a pre-order in for him, because
Yes.
he will be very hard to find.
Absolutely.
Are you going to do another one, or would you like
I'm
me
going
to?
to do another one, please.
Okay.
I chose the puppies.
Oh,
Where's my other puppy?
little Moxie.
Everybody knows I'm a
Boomerang.
big sucker for the dogs. You know, we've got our little Captain Puddlemaker who comes out on his walks with us all the time. But these two, look at these two little spaniels, absolute beauties.
They're gorgeous.
So who have we got here, Charlie?
We've got Boomerang
Boomerang
and Moxie.
and Moxie.
Yeah.
Are there going to be any more members of this team?
Quite possibly.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
No, not at the
Have
moment.
I given too much away already?
No, not yet. You're getting dangerously close. I'm jumping in because there's something else that we need to talk about. Now, I know lots of collectors I've been watching Facebook are really intrigued by our new props. In the past, we've done little logs, we've done the toadstools. This year, it was all about our incredible hats. Different way of displaying your characters. This little character that's in here is the Artful Dodger. I love his colours, he's got wired ears, but what I really wanted to draw attention to was his money box hat. Now, we've named all of the hats. This hat can either be displayed like that, it has a little hole in the top fully lined, or you can turn it over. I would pack it with newspaper if you're going to obviously style it this way and sit the little bear
Now,
on
when
top.
you buy the bunny,
Yes.
does it come with the hat as well?
No, the hats are completely separate
Okay.
because we know it's not everybody's cup of tea.
So in actual fact, we can buy the hat as a display piece,
You can indeed.
as an individual display piece
Yes.
for any character. So, for example,
You're trying to get Moxie a bit more time.
I'm just saying.
So there are three different hats that we've done. This is the money box hat. We have the black magician's hat, our magic hat that goes with the magician's nephew. And this one that I know a lot of collectors have been dying to see is our Emerald City hat with the wiring. Now, this is a different style of hat, and this is a pure podium. I'm just going to lift that up. It's filled inside, so it can only be used for displaying like this because it is absolutely solid. A lot taller as well, but it's lovely, firm, just great for any kind of bear. I'm just going to whip Wizard up too because I love the colour on this, just so that you can see how he looks next to the Emerald City hat. So we have the Wizard, you've got it, Wizard of Oz, Emerald City hat.
Stunning.
Yeah,
Absolutely
absolutely gorgeous.
stunning.
And we've completely run out of time.
I was going to say, are you going to sneak that one in, Will?
No.
No, good,
No, no,
right.
no.
But you're just flashing the
You
year
are just
there.
flashing it there.
Yeah.
We need to move on. As much of a shame as that it is, because this is all fantastic. We need to look at the signature collection. So I think we're going to cut to some VT and have a look at that. Well, they just keep coming, don't they? That was a quick intro to the signature collection. We've got some of them here. Charlie?
Oh, we have indeed. So this is a real passion project of mine. I know that a lot of our collectors were kind of introduced it in a secretive sort of way through our Isabel collection a couple of years ago with the Wind in the Willows that we did. I just love the tailoring on this. Love the little outfits that we've got. They're limited edition, and I just think they are truly, truly gorgeous. We have used so many different techniques in these. And like I said, the tailoring, the clothing is just absolutely brilliant.
I mean, we just can't give these enough time, really, because
No, we
these
really can't.
honestly are just absolute masterpieces in their own right. But obviously, we're going to meet these throughout the year, Charlie.
We are
So they're going
indeed.
to come out in different quarters throughout the year.
They are.
So that we can collect all four. Now, I guess that this is a new range for the future.
I think so. I think if we have gone to the effort of actually announcing it as a new collection, our signature collection, then they are going to be around for quite a while. Absolutely. But
Favourite?
we don't have favourites. They're all wonderful.
I do.
Is it the guys?
Little Stroll.
Yes, you went straight for him earlier.
I did.
Do you know what?
I
I
did.
think I'm going to go for him, actually.
Bedwood?
Yeah, because I think he reminds me of somebody in his dressing gown. I think he's like John Jones' his dressing gown.
Gorgeous. He's just truly, truly gorgeous.
He's awesome, isn't he?
But yeah, just look out for this because it's something, like I said, I suppose the biggest hint I could give is that this is very much a passion project for me.
I can see why. It's amazing.
They are stunning. These come in a special bag?
They do. They'll have a signature bag that all of the characters within that collection will arrive in. So yeah, very excited. We did. It's escaped us.
Okay, so I mean, we could go on about these, and they are stunning. It's just the clothes as well, the details. I can see them from the back, and they're tailored. They're better than my clothes.
They are all tailored and fully lined as well. So, like I say, it's something that we've been wanting to do, and I know a lot of our collectors absolutely love these. So, thank you for all the suggestions and for all the help in creating this new collection here at Charlie Bears.
I was going to say, we get at CBD, we get lots of emails every week with ideas. They all get put to Charlie, which is why Charlie can come up with hundreds and hundreds of incredible bears.
And the interesting thing about the signature collection, Richard, is that with the plush we are to a certain extent restricted, and that's due to safety regulations and that kind of thing. Whereas with the signature collection, because of the way that it's marketed, we can be a little bit more experimental, shall we say?
We can, because these are suitable for adults.
Adult collectors only.
14. Yeah.
And so, therefore, look out for this. It's going to be a really interesting collection for the future. I think, Charlie's mind is already whizzing with excitement.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's just... I'm so excited about those. I think, again, we need to move on. So what's next? It's the Isabelle Collection.
Yeah.
Right?
It is indeed.
So let's cut to some VT on the Isabelle Collection. And we're back. So yet another collection, which is just, again, is incredible. It's just, I don't know about you guys, but this is quite exhausting for us. It's just too much.
It's exhausting moving round.
It is a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah,
we don't
just
normally
that.
move, do we? No. I'm quite tired, but so we're gonna have a quick look at the Isabelle Collection. I'm gonna jump straight in because we've been doing pre-orders for the Best Friend Club members, and there's some names that just keep coming up, just won't go away.
Some troublemakers in there.
Well,
right?
I think so. I think so. 3. So Lorraine, McCall, and Ingrid.
So let's have a look at those.
Let's bring them over.
Yep.
So who's this? And this is
This is Lorraine.
Lorraine.
I know.
Wow.
Can you see
Absolutely
Lorraine there?
stunning.
She's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. And
I
would
like
say
the
that
one hat with the...
you do with the new style
different
hat. This
Yep.
is it. McCall and little Ingrid there.
So this is Bacall.
Let me hold this one
You got
for
that
you.
one?
I have indeed. Just so that you can
Yes,
have
please.
a little sneak peek obviously all of this collection has been created using different natural fibre materials. So we've got the mohair in there, the alpaca, wool, very exciting. Limited. We're apologising again for the limits. We know we've kept them low, but we've had to do that this year. We've had to keep them as low as we can so that we know that we can definitely get all of these made in time. There's so many different new little things that we've designed and fabrics that we've introduced. So I'm really, really excited about this range. I keep getting design suggestions about hats. I promise it's not going to be every year, but I couldn't resist this year with these.
Now, the big thing that we're hearing here, Richard, is that everybody's sold out everywhere.
Pretty much.
Now, that's not strictly true. You know that, don't you?
Well, tell me more.
This is your first real launch,
It's quite exciting, really, because what happens is that certain retailers actually hold back stock. So, for example, a great example, TVSN. So TVSN will have an allocation of Lorraine and of McCall and all of the other bears. There are other retailers that maybe do little competitions with certain bears. There's other retailers that like to have them in their shops. And so therefore, it's not always a case that you've completely missed out. And the other thing is that what we say to people is that if you've got pre-orders on order with various different shops, if you have an order confirmed by that retailer, please ring up the other retailers and ask them to release your pre-order, because then that way it allows other people to jump in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had people doing that already. They've managed to secure one, so they've let us know so we can release one.
And that's brilliant because it just allows us to help the other retailer, the other collectors. So it's just a way of being able to do that.
Fantastic. I'll take these back and let you guys. Charlie, you going to pick your favourite?
So you know I don't have favourites. I love all of them, but I know William's got one.
I have one. This is the one that stood out for me, and this is Aesop.
Oh, I know.
She is just spectacular. It's got that kind of marabou feather.
It is absolutely gorgeous. We couldn't pick that accessory up in the catalogue.
Wow.
But she is absolutely stunning. So, like I say, she's got that, and then the little diamante in there, which is just truly beautiful.
Charlie, she's just adorable. I mean, my kind of colouring, grey.
Yeah.
Which is, the way I'm going.
It's lovely, cool hues
the way you're going.
that
Thank
we
you very
do.
much.
Sure.
Just absolutely gorgeous. But I think all of the authors this year were absolutely spectacular.
And this is limited to just 250 pieces, this one, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
So.
Another one we need to highlight, Milne. Obviously we've Beatrix and Milne and Barry and Shelley, but again, I just wanted to show the size because, again, after looking on Facebook, people are saying, oh, Milne's absolutely gorgeous. And I know sometimes when we do a lifestyle shot compared to the white shot, the colours don't always correlate, so I wanted to get him live on air so that you could meet him in the fur, so to speak. But again, truly beautiful. And one of the taller bears that we've got in this year's collection.
So this is quite a big bear, isn't it?
It is. It really is. But you can see him next to me. I'm sort of like a human bear paw ruler at the minute. Look. But yeah, he's really beautiful.
Now, there was one bear who didn't want to be called what he was called.
No, he didn't.
And that was...
It was actually a misspell. It was completely my fault. I was in charge of doing the final proofread on the catalogue, and it wasn't until we got to our soft launch for the Best Friends Club
You did it on
members.
purpose, though, right?
Well, every year it's kind of been one of those things that we always make one little faux pas.
On purpose.
Quite. It was like at the beginning of, do you remember the Fawlty Towers programmes? They always had one little faux pas every time.
Yep.
Well, we've decided at Charlie Bears that maybe it's a competition. So, no, I'm so sorry. I was meant to do the final one, and instead of Holst, it should be Holst.
Holst.
After Gustav Holst. So Gershwin, Schubert, and Holst.
And they are just there over your shoulder.
Over Richard's shoulder.
Would you like them?
Absolutely. Yes, please. One of them would be lovely.
Yeah.
And again, very low limit, only 250.
So that one is Gershwin.
Absolutely incredible. It is indeed. It's got this very sparse mohair, the tipping, but to me, it's really a hark back to the Isabel collection from a while ago. I love the way that it's perfectly proportioned, and he's just absolutely stunning. We stand one up.
Let's put the team together.
So Gershwin, Schubert, there, and Holst.
Who's almost a composer. Almost a composer.
Well, he is now, isn't he? Because he will have his correct tag and certificate. But unfortunately, it was completely my fault. I should have been a little more eagle-eyed when I did the final proofread in the catalogue.
No problem. Will, are you picking one? Or did you pick these?
I did actually pick another one. But I'm going to go with, I think the one that's catching my eye now is literally just over the top of your head, Richard. Yes.
I knew that one.
Why?
Because it caught my eye.
It's the colour.
It's the colour.
Yeah.
Let's do a
Absolutely
swap.
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's the one I think which I'm going to go for.
And patchworking again.
That's incredible, Charlie.
So
Honestly,
many
I mean, that
different
is
pieces
just-
of fabrics.
And these, I mean, we've seen this in real life and kind of been produced. Each individual piece of these are literally tiny little pieces of fabric which are all put together. So it's almost like all the ingredients come together to create this wonderful piece in the future. But just absolutely incredible piece, amazing. And look at those colours.
I think
Spectacular.
Picasso is a very apt
spin
name.
around. There you go.
He is. I think it was just having that beautiful palette, being able to put all of those little colours together,
Look at those
just
colours.
reminded me of sort of the artist's easel and the palette, and you know when you're mixing your colours and things like
And
that.
presumably, I think we've probably dyed these mohairs as well,
A
haven't we?
few of them are hand dyed.
I would have thought
Absolutely.
these are.
Yeah, just so that we could get the different colours in there and all colours that coordinate and contrast to create this gorgeous little Picasso. There's a slight waxing on the nose as well there. Full, absolutely jam-packed with all of the features that we like.
Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as we are. I could do this all night. We will do this all night. But we need to move on again. We mentioned the catalogue earlier on, and we've got some a video clip telling us a bit more about that. So let's go there.
Hi everyone, I'm Bethany and I'm a customer service assistant. You may have spoken to me on the phone.
And I'm Katie, I'm also a customer service assistant, and you may have spoken to me on the phone, via the head bearer email here at Charlie Bears, and also online through the live chat.
Today we're going to help you how to plan your catalogue.
Yes, by going through most of our favourite bears, help you sort of suss out which bears you may love, and hopefully that you'll find them absolutely gorgeous as much as we do. So our catalogue is absolutely fantastic because we've laid it out in a certain sort of process of highlighting our bear house range, our plush range, our mohair range, as well as our Isabel collection. So if you've collected with us before, you may know your favourites, but if you're new here, do not worry because you'll still enjoy the look of every single bear that you'll see, and hopefully that you'll obviously fall in love with them as much as we have. They've also got key information per page, don't they, Bethany?
Yes, so with the mohair ones, it tells you what they're limited to. So Hurly Burly is limited of 1,000 worldwide.
Yeah, and we've also got the quarterly as well, haven't we? So every bear is released in quarters. We do that here at Charlie Bears. It also has the size of the bear, so you know which ones that you would have fitting on your shelf, which ones will fit well together. If you like the smaller bears or the bigger bears, that's really key to sort of look into. And most importantly, it has what they are made of, whether it's plush, mohair, so on. And it helps you sort of plan out your catalogue, especially with me. I know exactly which ones I like. I quite like the plush bears. And I'll make a little note of what quarter they'll release, so I'll be able to order when applicable.
If you're new to Charlie Bears, the catalogue is very good to help you pre-order. It's also for sale. You get your key information in it.
Yes, that is correct. So if you see the bears that you do love and adore, give us a call, give any of your local Cub House and Bear House a ring. We'll be there at the end of the phone, won't we? And we'll be able to process any pre-orders for you. Now, in regards to pre-order slots, they are limited, just like some of our bears are. Now, if you do find a bear, for example, these two, limited to just 250 worldwide, they're going to sell really fast, fly out the bear house. So what we will request is for you to obviously go on to a reserve, if there's no slots left, called a wish list. This is just to really give you a buffer, register your interest, but also the best thing about our pre-orders, there's no obligation at all. So get your name down with us, register your interest with a bear, no monies, no fees, just we can give you a call when they come in, can't we?
Yes, we
and
can.
we can actually, if you just confirm whether you're still wanting that bear and get them to you. As soon as they're ready to ship, they'll be with you. So it's really lovely for you to get a gist of which bears you love. If they're going to be limited, give us a call or an email on headbear@charliebears.com. And yeah, just really enjoy building that hug. And this catalogue is just going to be great for it, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, so how I love to use my catalogue is organising myself, Bethany. So as you can see, I've got plenty of sticky notes of my favourite bears. When I did open this catalogue this year, I did say wow, didn't I?
Yes.
Quite a few times. I don't think
It's a lovely
my
catalogue.
colleagues were happy, but I absolutely obsessed. So I'm also a foodie. So Garibaldi and Battenberg are my two to go to, Bethany. I absolutely love them. But the thing is as well, what I do is I realise quarters is going to play a part on when they're going to release. So we've got a bear here. Battenberg is going to release in Q2, which I'm going to be very excited about. But Garibaldi is in Q4. So after I've done my post-it notes, I like to organise myself just so I know to refer back to get my pairings, because I do love a good pair, and so does Charlie. Having those family groups just really warms my heart. But you've also got a few.
Yes, well, my
Favourites?
favourite pair is Boomerang and Moxie, but Boomerang comes in Q2 and Moxie comes in Q3, so I'll have to wait a bit longer.
Yeah, wait a bit longer and making a little note of things
Yes.
as well. I think obviously that is easily forgotten, which is absolutely fine. And like I said, with the pre-order system as well, you know, we will obviously alert you when your bear comes in, but it's just nice to keep a little eye on things. And yeah, lots of favourites. There's a few little foxes in here of which I'm obsessed with. Here we go, Journey and Quest. Oh my gosh, Don't get me started.
No.
I think especially when people are branching out from the bears as well, it's not just bears we sell here, we sell lots of different animals. So it's a really big, well, ironically, journey you go through in the catalogue to see all of these beautiful faces. So yeah, we hope you enjoy organising yourself and yeah, love them as much as we do.
Thank you for going through the catalogue with us.
It's been fun, hasn't it?
It has.
It's been brilliant. And you do know where we are. If you have any questions and queries about anything in the catalogue, anything about pre-orders, you know where we'll be. So I think it's back to the studio. Bye.
Hi, you two. Your team are just awesome.
Aren't
Right?
they?
The CBD team, we have just got the best. Do you know what? The whole of the Charlie Bears team is just awesome. But the CBD team, you guys, the customer-facing team of the lot of us now, I guess, and you're just amazing. You've had the most difficult week, but you've all kind of stayed all nice and calm, and it's been incredibly busy. Huge thanks to Bethany and Katie for that lovely bit of ET. So thank you for that. And thank you to your team as well. I think you've been
Yes,
amazing.
special thanks. We've got Magda behind the camera, and we've got Amy somewhere in the
Amy's over there.
background. She's
We
been
have.
furiously working on pre-orders.
We
all
will
week.
pull you in, don't worry. No!
So we've looked at all the collections briefly. I think it's time for some questions and answers, if you
Yeah.
don't mind.
Not at all.
So we've got some questions. We've got questions coming in. The first one I've got is, when is the gallery reopening?
Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Can you believe it? It's that time. I normally have had it open a little while before now, but I just wanted to do something lovely, so it's all been changed. It's all been thoroughly cleaned, as you know. You've been helping me. We've redisplayed everything, Beth and I, and it's all ready to go. And the brand new collection, all of this, will be out in our clock tower exhibit, so you can meet them all in fur.
I was going to say, there is one. That's the one job we've got left to do, isn't
That's
it?
what we're doing tonight after the
Yes,
show. aren't we?
absolutely.
We
That's got to
are
go
indeed.
in.
We
yes.
are.
So you'll
We
be able
are.
to see this in the gallery tomorrow. Joined to that is people are asking, what are the virtual tours?
Wow, how exciting. Now, we get lots and lots and lots of questions about how can I come down to the gallery? You know, I would love to come, but unfortunately I can't make it. So we're developing a virtual tour at the moment for our wonderful collectors. So it means that you can enjoy the Bear House Gallery from the comfort of your armchair, which is going to be wonderful.
That's really
so we're
exciting.
working on that. As soon as we've got the full details, we will literally shout it from the heavens so you'll know all about it.
Well, that's just brilliant news for everybody, because the gallery is incredible. But of course, it's a long way away from
It
lots
is.
of
I mean,
is.
you know, Cornwall had record visitors last year, and it was amazing to welcome so many visitors into Cornwall. And of course, we're in a great place. If you're kind of heading down this way, then, you know, just pop off the A30. It literally is 2 minutes off the
It
A30
is.
at Launceston. And come and see us. But of course, if you can't see us, we've got a lot of collectors who are based all around the world. We do have global visitors, and in fact, guess what? The UK is now open for business again, so you can come and travel into the UK as well. And so therefore, you know, come and see us, come and say hello. Charlie and I are sometimes here, as you know, and we do pop in and say hello from time to time, which is quite exciting.
We usually see our visitors that come down on holiday twice. They usually come on the way through,
Right.
and on the way back.
Yeah.
which is great.
So to see how much they've spent during the week. And then spend the
Absolutely.
rest
See what they got. Yeah, that's
Right.
right. They've seen a few bears and they've grown on them. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, back open from tomorrow.
Exciting.
How exciting.
So it's a busy week.
Yeah.
It's going to be a
week.
really busy week. Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing everybody. So yeah, that'll be fantastic. Nana, and Granddad, we've had somebody request. Could they have a look?
So I know we did try to put the lifestyle shots in the VT so you could get a close up. So first of all, here's Granddad. I know lots of people will be really, really, really excited about this. I just turn him a little bit so you can see we had great fun, absolutely huge fun doing the photo shoot with this one, didn't we? There's
I'm
Granddad.
just mesmerised by him.
You just absolutely adore him, and you can see again sort of bear paw ruler.
Yeah.
Let's put Nana there as well.
Oh, yeah.
There's Nana. So again, two lovely, bold, big characters, but so they should be. And you love those
They're
two, don't
my
you?
kind of bear.
Definitely. So you can see how big they are.
Yeah, definitely. Huge characters.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So there you go. You asked, we showed. One more while we're at it. They asked, I think when you were sat over there, Charlie, what's the bear next to the globe?
Oh,
That is-
shall I go?
That is
Yeah,
Jonathan.
just behind you.
Do you want to pop Jonathan
Next to
there
the
next to the
globe?
globe? Jonathan.
That's from. No, I don't know who asked that one.
Oh, there we
Was
go.
it Jonathan who asked?
Yeah, it could have. It probably
could
was.
have been
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Thanks, Jonathan.
So yeah, another plush bear.
Here we go.
Just shining the spotlight on for a minute, just so you can see how tall he is. I say it's terribly difficult in the catalogue for you to get that full scale.
He's a big old bear, isn't
he is a big bear, absolutely
So he's
beautiful.
going to be like what?
Jonathan
18
bear.
inches? 19 inches? Even?
Jonathan
Possibly.
bear.
Anyway, we can guess.
He's gorgeous.
Perfect. I'm reading these as they're coming in live. Will there be more fairy bears in the future?
Quite possibly. You know, we work so far ahead with the collections, as I was saying earlier. It's sort of 18 months in advance of us being able to come to launch. Obviously, our wonderful stockists get to see it a year, almost to the, probably about 7 months before we launch. And the Bear Cubs, when we're doing Teddy X Factor, get to see it a whole year before we launch. So there's always lots going on, always lots of little themes and inspired bears that we can slip into each collection. So yes, please, please, please keep those design ideas, name suggestions coming in, because it is so helpful. It truly is, isn't it?
Charlie, do you know where Rudolph is?
Rudolph was actually part of the signature collection. He was the little reindeer that was there. Like we said, we're so
So we
sorry
did see
we just
that one.
can't show
Yeah.
absolutely every single bear, but do tune in to the
Has he got red
QVC
nose?
shows. He has.
He has got red
He
nose.
has. And we can tell the story all about that on the QVC show. He did start with a different name and we had to change it.
Technical question here. On the signature bears, can you remove the outfits?
You can absolutely remove the outfits if you want
It's
to.
not- it's not a nudist camp.
We have stitched them into place.
Crikey.
No, we have stitched them into place on the samples that we've got, but yes, they are removable. If they're stitched, then obviously you can close them and not. But you know, to my mind, if they're in their little outfit, I personally would want to keep them in their outfit.
I was going to say they look stunning with their
Yeah.
outfits, don't they? Yeah. Right, here's one. I know you don't have favourites, but what is Charlie's favourite pin badge
Wow.
so far? Let's move on to pin badges. We haven't discussed pin badges.
Well,
yet.
we've done a wonderful new section in the gallery this year to pique your Pinterest, as we're calling it. So you can see all of the different pin badges that we create every year. The collection is rapidly growing and there is so many, but I actually like the little sets. I love the little sets of the pin badges that we do. We've done so many, from sort of the bedtime, the little trio of dragons, the trio of fathers, and then the little box set. So the Queen's Beast was really exciting for me, that you could collect over 3 instalments. So yeah, I absolutely love my pin badges.
Good. People asking how to do pre-orders, so you can email us or you can call us tomorrow. We can see what we can do with those for you. We've been working hard with the Best Friend Club members this week, so General Collection is now available for everybody. So we'll see what we can do.
And that's that's the case globally. So the CBD teams globally can accept pre-orders. But we also have, of course, our wonderful retailers all around the world.
We do indeed.
QVC and TVSN, the shopping channels, don't take pre-orders. So that's a case of watching the show at the time, so look out for that. But our retailers, a lot of them do. Some don't, they like to have the stock for the shop. But I would speak to your local retailer and find out what you want to do with those guys. They're amazing people. We've got some amazing retailers all around the world, and they'll be more than happy to take your call and talk through your requirements.
Absolutely, and we're happy to conduct what we call bear hunts, aren't we? So, you know, if we know that people are looking for a particular bear, we can put that out globally to every single stockist that we know is going to receive an allocation of that. And if anybody has one spare, then they can get back in touch and we can let you know.
Good. I think that's enough questions. I think. So, what are we moving on to next? I think we're going to cut to a VT about paw stores and learn a bit more about that.
Oh.
Hi guys, thanks for handing over to us. So, what we wanted to do was just kind of talk through the paw stores.
Yes.
So, in the last Cuddle Time, there was lots of questions after the show, and I just wanted to kind of summarise that in a bit more clarity. So, essentially, paw stores are the most likely stores around the world that...
Are we also going to talk about the thing?
We're going to talk about the thing.
Sorry,
Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay,
There's something exciting coming
Sorry,
up,
yeah.
but I'm just going to talk about paw stores first.
That's fine.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
they're great.
Katie.
They're great. You carry on, yeah.
So the paw stores basically are your best opportunity to collect, to go to somewhere in person and see the full range of Charlie bears laid out just like it is here in the gallery. So if you're in America or Australia, it's a great place to go to see a large variety of
Yeah,
products.
large. Yeah, absolutely. In the fair.
So
yeah.
to see the whole collection together. So Charlie Bears Direct is a paw store because obviously we have the gallery and you can see every bear. But if you want to find a paw store, you can head onto the website and search for any paw store, and we've got a beautiful interactive map, or you can give one of the team a call and find out where your local one is.
We can help you out.
And
No
call it
problem.
any bear house.
Yeah, but can we talk about these things?
Okay, let's talk
This
about
is
the
a
thing.
ruse. It's a bit of a distraction, wasn't
Yes,
it?
so
yeah.
We wanted to sort that out about the paw stores, but really we're
'cause they're
here.
Great. Yeah, absolutely.
We're also here to distract you a little bit. So we presented the 22 collection all day
Yeah.
in this show. We've talked about the catalogue. You and
Yeah.
Bethany have talked through the
Our
catalogue.
favourites, yeah. Those
But
are foxes.
now it's time, because we've got some really exciting things that are totally exclusive to Cuddle Time coming out in the next 20 minutes or 30 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
Basically to the end of the show is all really exciting things
So
that
we
you
need to
can buy
get
today.
you guys prepared now.
Yes.
This is it. This is the moment to
Yeah.
get
So
yourself
this is your time.
online.
Yeah.
Get your accounts built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or log in. If
Log
you've already
in.
got a Charlie Bears Direct account, this is the time you need to log in to do that.
Yeah.
Head to the Cuddle Time TV page.
Yeah.
You can watch Cuddle Time from our website, just an FYI. So if you head to the header bar of every Charlie Bears Direct website and you'll see a name, Cuddle Time TV, if you click that, if you're watching us somewhere else on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, hit that and you'll see us on that website. And
Yeah.
underneath, these exciting new things are going to start popping up.
All listed for you to get on and get.
So get everything ready, get logged in if you've got an account, set up an account if you don't have one. And Charlie and Will are just preparing to show all of these things with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got yours?
I think they're ready.
Yeah.
I mean, you can clearly tell we don't have earpieces
We don't,
and
but
we
it's
don't.
working
But
great.
we're
It looks
just trying.
great.
It
We
looks
look
really
great.
professional, and
Yeah.
we're trying to, to be professionals, but we don't
They're
have
ready now. Is it
earpieces.
going to be heading back to them to do this, to get
So
us on the road?
I think it's time to go back to the studio.
I think it's time. Yeah, it's time.
Back
to the studio. Good luck.
Bye.
Yeah. We're in. We're live. Hey, what an exciting surprise, Charlie, we have got for all of our collectors. You know, when we do our presentation show, normally the 20 brand new collection, so 2022 collection, that was hard work, then normally we can't buy anything, we can just have a look at them. But we wanted to give a very, very special treat. So we've actually brought Charlie some products that you can actually buy tonight.
We have indeed.
Now, before we go into that, we do have a little bit of housekeeping to do, Richard, don't we?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You're going to do reserve?
Yes. The Reserve app is available, and that's available in Australia, in the UK, and also available in America. Sadly, it's not available in Germany at the moment, but you get 20 minutes. So once you've popped your bear in your basket, you do have 20 minutes to be able to check out. But after that 20 minutes, it will pop out again. So please just be aware of that.
And in the UK, you can still use Klarna. It's really popular. We can spread the payments. Purchase needs to be over £48. And if you're in Australia or America, you can use Afterpay. Do exactly the same, but it needs to be over $100.
And how long are we now taking to get orders out the door?
Well, we're asking for 14 days. It'll be quicker than that.
You reckon?
Yeah.
We've got a super crack
Super
team.
Super team now, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Shift
yeah.
work.
So we've got to meet some characters, right?
I think we
Who are we
do.
going to meet first?
Right, so I think we're going to have to be quick with these because we know what it's like. Little drum roll. Now, what's really, really exciting is you've actually seen in the background tonight 2 other little Hattie Bears that we didn't really have time to talk about, which were Garbo and Fred, which are the little ones that are sat
These
there.
ones?
Yeah, absolutely. So what a lot of people probably won't know is that they do both have little brothers and little sisters. Drum roll, please.
So have we never met these characters?
Haven't met these characters.
Ever?
Haven't met these characters.
Exclusive.
Oh, look
Hang
at
on a
this.
minute.
Oh, dearie
This is
me.
normally my job.
It is indeed, but we thought they would be different. Now, I would like to introduce you to the first of our bears. Let me pop him in the middle here. This is limited to 350 pieces. This is Gable that actually pairs up with Garbo.
And he's actually available now,
Right now.
worldwide.
Right now, worldwide, in all 3 locations, which is why we've got the reserve app in place.
So how do we place an order? We go to charliebearsdirect.co.uk or .com, and then that directs you through to your relevant site, whether it's in the USA, Germany, UK or Australia, and you would pay for your bear through that method. Now you get 20 minutes, so you don't need to check out immediately. You can just pop him in the basket.
You've got
And
time.
once you've got him in the basket, then you can check out at your leisure. But please check out within 20 minutes, because check out or miss out.
There you go.
Check out or miss out. That's it.
But absolutely gorgeous. We're really, really excited to obviously bring him and to Cuddle Time. Like we say, we were amazed. We had the all make sure it was all in all locations before we confirmed it. Now I'm going to be extremely naughty because you need to go on the website and be quick. So Fred also has a partner who is Fonda. Now I'm just going to bring her out here so that you can
Put
see.
Gable back a little bit. Just
That's
for a
it.
second. And
So we
then-
have Gable and Fonda, like I say, who
Fonda.
go with Fred and Garbo. Same limited edition number, 350 pieces, and we were able to bring them to the first Cuddle Time show. We can't have a Cuddle Time show and not have a couple of little mohair bears on there, can we?
So this one here is Charlie.
Sorry, that one is Fonda.
So this is Fonda and goes in the catalogue
With Fred.
Fred.
who
So
is sat
Fred
there.
is going to be with us in Q1 actually, so
Quarter
not long
one.
to wait for
Not
him.
long at all.
But in actual fact, this one is available now through Charlie Bears Direct
In all locations.
in all locations.
All locations.
I mean, that has been a nightmare.
It has
to try and get them all there at the same
logistically
time,
been
right?
a little tricky, but you know we work on the impossibles here at Charlie
Yes,
Bears.
we do.
We seriously do. We sprinkled our Charlie Bear magic and ta-da! I told you it was going to be a special Cuddle Time
So
show.
Fred, no, Fonda
Fonda,
goes with Fred
yes.
and
Gable,
goes with
Garbo.
Garbo.
That's it. So 2 mohair pieces. Now like I say, we've put them up both together because I know a lot of our Isabel collectors do like to see them so that you can see what they're like. I'm sure there's going to be lots of oohs and ahs. I know when we brought them in today, everybody was like, oh my word, what are these? Where are these going? But yes, part of our Cuddle Time range for this year, which
Now we
is
normally
very
get a
exciting.
stock update, but as we haven't got one, presumably we've broken the website.
I think that's what's happened. Yeah.
So we'll
Quite
try
possible.
and find out as we go along if we've got any more stock updates on that. But at the moment, I can only say that everybody's available everywhere.
That's
So
what it looks
Super.
like.
If you like these characters, then that's the two mohair pieces that were a super surprise for launching tonight. There was a lot of talk about this, wasn't there? Because there was a lot of kind of chatter about are they going to launch some brand new bears tonight that we can actually buy? Because all of these other pieces that we've seen so far have been for pre-order. These are for coming out throughout the year, and you know it's things for us to look forward to. However, these 2 characters are actually here, actually available for sale, and
They are, and we
which
wanted
is
to do
really
that
exciting.
to be honest, you know, myself speaking as a collector, it's tremendously frustrating when you look at all of these new wonderful bears and you just think, oh, I just really wish that I could get something right now. So we started creating a new format now with the Cuddle Time, and we thought this would be the perfect way to do it. Lots and lots and lots of surprises for 2022.
And the names you've picked for them, they're just great, aren't they?
They are all different actors and actresses, Hollywood stars, and you know, there's all sorts in there. But the Hattie Bears are some of the most wonderful to design, and coming up with the new shaped hats and things like that as well. Really, really, really cute.
So can we just, I mean, if we were going to go for these as a pair, can we just put, perhaps, let's just grab those two. So let's put those two together. So this is the one that we can pre-order.
Yes.
And this one is Charlie again.
Let's not, please don't confuse it, because I don't want people to get...
This is Garbo.
Yeah.
So we can't
This
have this
one,
one now,
no.
we can pre-order.
Absolutely not, but does sit beautifully with Gable, just
And
so
then-
that you can see what they look like
And
together.
then this is the black one.
It's not
Dark blue.
A little bit colourblind.
A little bit
It is.
colourblind.
Anyway, we're going to go with blues on that one, the blues and mustards.
That's the one.
Yeah, absolutely
It
gorgeous.
looks amazing in blues. Yeah.
Yeah, great, Gable and Garbo, just so you can see what they look like together. They are really, really beautiful.
Okay, and then
I'll take that one
let's swap
away.
out.
So the
let's
one
swap
that is
out.
available right now,
It's
I
available
have in
now.
my hand, which is Fonda, and then her little... Oh, look at him. And this Baker boy. Just absolutely gorgeous.
And this is a new kind of hat,
Fred.
Charlie.
It is a new kind of hat. We've been exploring all of the different possibilities with the new hats.
We've got a side shot.
Absolutely gorgeous.
There you go, look at the camera.
Yeah.
Look at
I love the little Baker boy. I love my hats. I've got a Baker boy one too, haven't I? So we thought we'll just start being a little more playful with that.
So again, this one is available now to purchase everywhere, or all of the Charlie Bears Direct only. So charliebearsdirect.com, and in Australia, in the UK, Germany and USA. And this one is available for pre-order at all of your retailers.
It is.
Not just through Charlie Bears Direct.
Yeah, take that one back.
Yeah, there we go. So that's our two mohair pieces.
Should we just sit there, Sarah?
We can. So let's sit those just over that side, just so that
Just out of shot, but still there.
Just in shot. No, keep, stay there. You just stay there. Right now, have we got any plush bears today?
We have got a plush bear available.
Yes.
So, like we said, we've had to do the short production run this year, so not as many, but I want to
very
introduce you to somebody that I know everybody's been waiting
very
so
excited
long
about this.
for. So let me just pop her up. This is Laura. Absolutely gorgeous. Part of our Plumo collection. Anybody who collected Lydia, let me just sit her there in the middle so you can see, with the little pinks. We were so excited. Unfortunately, she just narrowly missed the December Cuddle Time show, literally by about 48 hours. And we thought, you know what, it really doesn't matter, because she is so special and so wonderful. She's just going to jump into our Cuddle
So
Time.
have we seen her in a catalogue before?
We have in the Sneaky Peeks.
So she was in the
We have
Sneaky
indeed.
Peeks in the
Last year.
September edition. We
She
were
was.
supposed to see her in December. We didn't, because it was just, well, the world was just in a mess,
It
wasn't
was.
it, in terms of shipping and that kind of thing. So we decided, you know what, we're going to wait.
Yes.
And we'll see her when she's available at all three locations. So she's there now.
Yep. In all three locations.
Also-
Which I'm
It's
really,
just
it's
awesome.
lovely, isn't it? It's so refreshing to be able to say that, you know,
It is.
getting back to normal. But yes, Lara, we couldn't wait to bring her out. And like we said, Plumo. So she is limited in production to 3,000 worldwide. But I do, obviously we don't normally go into this, but I can quite assure you we haven't been able to create 3,000 of each. So we've done a very short production run on her just to ensure that we had some in all locations, because we've got so many of the new 2022 characters to get through.
Now
So
I have a
please be
little
quick
bit of
with
a
that.
stock update.
Yeah.
It's coming through.
Yeah. Is it good news?
It's not great news.
No.
So Gable is sold out in the USA. Gable, there is one left in Australia.
Oh.
But we do have available stock in the UK at the moment, so that's
Wonderful.
quite exciting. Fonda is sold out in the USA and in Australia, but we do have available stock in the UK.
Nice.
Now, when we say sold out, that's basically that everybody has put them into baskets. So there might be an opportunity whereby you know pieces jump out of baskets if people decide, you know what, actually I can't go for both. So, for example, it might jump out later. So please don't worry. They may pop back in. So just keep checking back on the website from time to time is always the case. But at the moment, Lara is available.
Fantastic.
I'm not going to say plenty of stocks because there's not plenty of stocks of anything this year. But she is available right now. Absolutely adorable. So Lara goes with Lydia.
Absolutely.
And Lydia
we met last year.
Yeah.
When she came out in our Cuddle Time collection.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure my wife's got Lydia, so I think
Lara
will be joining. Yeah.
Well, you might have
so
to be
exciting.
quick.
Yes.
I know we're struggling with that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, there's an update coming through, Will. Can you see that? Fonda?
Yes. How exciting. So Fonda, we have 6 left in the UK now. And Gable, there is just over a dozen left in the UK.
Wonderful.
So that's it. So how exciting. So at last we were able to actually see some bears for a period of time.
Now there's one other surprise.
No.
Spoiling us.
One other surprise. A brand new, or should I say 2 brand new, let me just sit that there, so that she's still in shop. Now, you know we always like to introduce either a pin badge or we've done all sorts of things, naughty nice boxes, bag charms. 2 brand new bag charms, which I'm amazed, again, we've been able to get everywhere. So we're really, really excited. The first one that I'm going to show you, in fact, I'm just going to pop them both out. Now, what I could ideally do with something to pop these up against. Shall I just sit them on up against Laura? The first one, whoops, dropping, is our new Charlie Year Bear. I should really have taken this out of the packet, but I didn't want to...
I'm going to let these 2 hold them.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Pop our Charlie Year Bear one up there.
Gable holding on to that.
And here we have, I'm just trying to separate the little bag charm, the apple
This
pip.
work, is it?
But I think we need to do it this way.
Oh, there we go.
Look, how cute. I'll hold it in place.
Oops, no.
So that you can see.
That's not going to work at all.
This was a surprise. I didn't warn any of you about
So
it.
hang on a minute, who we got here, Charlie? Right,
Our
let's
2
just
new
move,
bag
let's just move into play. So we've got this one here.
Apple Pip with his little
It's
apple
pip.
charm.
Right, hang on a minute, because that charm is actually covering his face, which
That's
is not very helpful,
the
is it?
Charlie Year Bear.
That's the Charlie Year Bear.
It is.
In fact, if you can just hold Apple Pip for a second, Charlie, I'm just going to try and
You're going to try and take it out of the
shift,
packet.
that out of the way so we can see that in its entirety.
These are gorgeous, and I know we've had so much feedback from our collectors. Thank you so much. I know everybody is loving them. We're seeing them on lots of bags at the minute, laptop cases. Absolutely amazing.
So we can see now, that's the bag charm. So basically, it's got that, and then it's also got the lovely little Charlie Bear's logo back here. Can you see that as well? Oops, no, because it's all gone twisted around again. There you go. Never work with children and animals. With the Charlie Bear's logo.
Do you want to show this one?
And then, there's that. And then we move on to Apple Pip. Dun, dun, dun. And there is Apple Pip, but then Apple Pip has another little charm, a little apple.
Absolutely gorgeous. We've loved creating these. I know everybody who bought Hullabaloo and Scorch in the past will absolutely adore these 2. So 2 extra tiny little surprises for our first Cuddle Time show.
So now then, so you can hold on to Apple Pip. So Gable, you can hold on to Apple Pip, and
Lara's got
Lara, you can hold on to
the Charlie
Year Bear.
So there you go. You see, I promised you it will be full of surprises.
So quick stock update. In actual fact, did we say we sold out in Australia with Gable?
They dropped back out, haven't they?
They have dropped back out. So we actually have a couple available in Australia now, which is great news. And also, in fact, we've got a couple available in the USA and a couple available in Australia of Gable and of Fonda.
Brilliant.
Which is great news. So Fonda, however, in the UK there is only 2 left, and then that's gone. In the UK, Gable, there is under 10 left now, which is where we are. So, which is really exciting.
It's really exciting and lovely that they're still there for people to deliberate over. Thank you.
Well, you spoilt us there again, Charlie.
I know, lots of different bears. We promise on every Cuddle Time show to try and produce a few surprises, but I'm sorry I slipped those last two in, but they were here, they were ready, they're everywhere. The little bag charms, we had to do it.
So the bag charms, one is the birthday bear.
One is the Charlie Year Bear.
Charlie, sorry.
And Apple
Year
Pip.
Bear, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we've got Apple Pip up there, haven't we? Is Apple Pip?
Apple Pip was last year's.
Was it
Isabel.
last year?
I know,
Just like that one.
because we keep hiding them, don't we?
We do.
We do. They're all over the building.
Okay, so that's the bears that are available now, some of them. We'll keep you updated on those for the last few minutes. So, looks like a couple more questions.
Yes, please.
Right.
I'll wrap this up.
Well, someone's asked here, what other secrets is Charlie hiding? It's a great question, but I don't think it wouldn't be a secret if Charlie told us.
I promise, no more secrets. We've got lots of wonderful things happening in 2022, but no secrets this evening. I have revealed all of my secrets tonight.
Okay, so you mentioned there, we've got lots of exciting things happening in 2022.
We have
Do you want
indeed.
to go through a few?
We have indeed. Obviously, apart from the launch of all of these wonderful bears, we've still got lots of secret characters coming out. We've got our Best Friends Club launch, which is actually the next Cuddle Time show, which is going to be on the 30th of April.
30th. I'm looking forward to that one.
That's going to
Not
be
that I
fun.
don't look forward to every Cuddle Time show. Will you be there, Richard?
If I'm allowed.
You'll be there.
If I'm allowed.
Absolutely
You'll be
allowed.
there.
Yeah.
So we got that. We've also got an amazing show on. Charlie's not going to go with this. Charlie is actually going to be on Inspirational Woman's Day for QVC. Of course, we're all absolutely in awe of our amazing Charlie, and she has been chosen for Inspirational Woman's Day on QVC on the 8th of March. So we're very, very proud to be having a 2-hour show at 10 p.m. on the 8th of March. So look out for that one.
Yeah.
I'll be there with you as well.
You will.
Please don't worry.
You will
Behind every
indeed.
inspirational woman is an amazing man, apparently. So there you go.
It's true.
It's very true. Yeah.
It really is. So lots of things, and we're going to keep everybody posted. You know, don't forget we've still got our wonderful birthday bear to come out.
Yeah.
We have Sparkle Saturday events, all of which we are still planning on holding as we speak right now. So that's going to be fine. We've got lots and lots of exciting bears that you've not met yet, both in the Secret Collection, obviously the Best Friend Club bears, and more Cuddle Time characters that you don't know about. So there's still a lot. I like to spread out the secrets so
And
that it
then
keeps it fun.
We also have in Australia, we have our TBSN show, and that's going to be on the 26th of March, I believe, and the 29th. Is that right, Richard?
I believe so.
Have I said that right?
And then we're back
look.
into our
Flipped around.
rotations then.
26th and 29th?
26th and 29th, I think.
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah, that's when it's going to be. So that'll be with Beverly, with our amazing Beverly, and she'll be bringing some brand new characters. So look out for these new ones.
Yeah.
Are going to be on that show. So look out for that one. It's going to be a very, 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 very quick selling show.
And
Just so you know.
QVC Germany also, was that towards the end of March or early April?
It's towards the end of April.
Oh,
yeah.
there we go.
So that's where we're going to
So
be.
yeah, with the lovely Anchor as well. So a huge thank you to both Bev and Anchor for their patience with me, especially at this time of year. You know, we're all busy. So meeting up has been kind of tricky with all of the new bears, but we've managed to do it.
Good. So I'm really excited about the gallery opening. We get to see it every day. We've seen Charlie working really hard for the last few months.
I think you've missed the collectors coming down as well, right?
100%, 100%. I love, one of our massive perks of our job is introducing them into the collection. They come into Launceston, they drive up to us, they come into the shop, which is lovely, and then they say they want to pop around the gallery, so we get to open the big door that squeaks.
It does,
The
it really does,
squeaky
right?
hobbit door.
And people's faces every single time, they're just amazed, and you know, it's such a treat, and they're absolutely amazed. And then you explain, well, there's another room, and there's an upstairs with an entire village.
It's so interesting because Charlie and I have a lot of very boring meetings with a lot of people. And we have boring meetings with people, you know, like banks and things like that. You know, not that we're saying that our bank manager is boring, but you know, it's a boring meeting, right? And what's really interesting is we say at the end of the meeting, we'll say, "Do you want to come up and have a look at the gallery?" And they'll say, "Yeah, can we?" And it's just, you know, it melts everybody, and it's one of those places where people just don't expect it to be there. Because obviously we're in an industrial building, and then when you walk through the door, you enter into Charlie's magical world, and it's just, you know, brilliant. So
It is.
Lots of new designed shops now and things like that. So yeah, we've more or less rejigged around quite a lot of the collection, so it should look all fresh and new.
I know you and Beth have been working really hard finishing it off this week, and we've been at our keyboards and on the phones doing pre-orders, so we haven't seen it yet, so we're very excited to get in there, and I can't wait to start introducing people to it again. It'll be fantastic. So paws crossed that this year will be a bit kinder and we can keep it open all year.
yes, we are adamant we're going to do that, Richard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are.
Absolutely.
So very much looking forward to seeing people again. It's been a long time. And Charlie and I also can't wait to get out back on the road again as well.
I know, it'd be
and
lovely.
see our retailers and that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's going to be a big year this year. So look out for lots of events and lots of ideas and lots of things that's happening.
And hopefully we'll see lots more people on the virtual tours as well.
Yeah.
Get everybody involved. It'll be fantastic.
So,
Okay.
a quick update on the stock, Richard. I think we have still just under 10 left. 10 left on, right, hang on a minute, which is which? We've got Gable, Charlie? Gable is this one.
Oops, sorry.
We've got 10 left in the UK.
Superb.
We have USA just under 10 left. And guess what? In Australia, just under 10 left.
Nice.
Yeah. So Fonda, we have not many left at all.
At all.
She's sold out in the USA at the moment. She's sold out in Australia at the moment. And we have 3 left in the UK. So, but these things kind of just bob around all the time, so you've got to be very careful. Please don't think you've missed out, because they do kind of pop out of people's baskets and are available. And Lara, at the moment, we have plenty of stock of her, so
Yeah.
look out for her. You've got a little bit of time to think about her and to check out. Check out, don't miss out.
Your new saying.
Okay.
Oh, well, it's been really good fun, hasn't it?
Has indeed. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed it, Richard. Have you?
I have. Well, we got to start putting this into a display.
We have.
haven't we?
So we've got to get busy and go to work now, don't we?
We do.
Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure to show you the 2022 collection. Charlie, it's amazing. I think Richard and I and all the rest of the team are all ever so proud of what you and the design team have done. Yet again, I think you just keep pulling it out of the bag. Very excited to see what the rest of the years bring, and the other secret pieces. I'll be trying to find out and trying to get it out of you, Charlie, for the rest of the year.
And a huge, great big thank you to all of the collectors that helped me with this collection. It's not just me, it's the bear artists, it's the staff, it's all of you guys out there with all of your wonderful, wonderful stories and your gorgeous name suggestions. You know, we all have to take credit for this. You're only as good as your team.
So that's it. So who was your favourite, Richard?
Edgar. Where's Edgar?
Really?
Yeah.
Edgar. Oh, I thought it was going to be this fella.
Well, I do like him, but he's just a woolly mammoth.
So there we go. I think we've all got our favourites. I'm sure you guys have got your favourites too. And look out for them appearing in shops all around the world. And till next time, I think.
Yep.
30th of April.
30th
We're going to
of
see you
April.
again.
We are.
And various events throughout the year. All right. Take care, guys. Thank you very much for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.